Living with narcolepsy isn't always easy. For a really long time, I didn't want to acknowledge that I had narcolepsy. It actually made managing it very difficult. Now, I take the time to understand when I need to sleep, and I find that I'm able to be much more productive and still live a happy, healthy, and socially active life. It takes a while, and for me, being diagnosed made all the difference, and having a strong support network also really helped. It's very difficult to fit into other people's schedules sometimes, to have a full-time job, to do studies full-time, things that other people seem to do at ease with no complications at all. Living with narcolepsy, it can be a different story. Finding the right spots to nap, the right time to travel, the right buildings to go to find a little bit of rest. In spite of having lived in denial for a really long time, I was actually really relieved to be diagnosed. It meant that I could finally tell my friends and family what I've been going through and share my story with people who also had struggles in their own lives. Everyone is different, and everyone with narcolepsy is different too. That said, I've seen some changes in my life that are really positive, and I'm now able to read again. I also feel confident taking a full-time job or studying full-time, things that I previously would have considered impossible. On my journey to understand more about my narcolepsy, I've also found that I've learned a lot more about other people. It's so important to have a decent support network, and I find that now I only surround myself with people who will actually catch me if I have cataplexy or let me sleep on their couch. And this has been such a valuable asset to my quality of life. Living with a chronic illness can sometimes feel limiting, but I recently did something that I never imagined that I would do. I went to a vegan rave at 10 a.m. in the morning with my friend who has cystic fibrosis. This was a real victory for us, to be able to go out and have fun and not feel in any way held back by our illnesses. Raising awareness about narcolepsy is important to me because the statistics are just so shocking. The majority of people with narcolepsy are currently either undiagnosed or misdiagnosed, and the duration between the onset of symptoms to diagnosis can be anywhere between 8 to 15 years. For me, it took about 12 years and even longer to start treatment. I'm sharing my story as part of Rising Voices of Narcolepsy, a program under the non-profit organization Project Sleep, which empowers patient advocates to share their stories and improve awareness about narcolepsy. Thanks for listening to my story.